Hey guys, how you doing? On this video here, I'm gonna do a video about my grinder. I get a lot of requests to do asking questions about it. What kind of blade? What kind of grinder? What model? Because I use this grinder a lot in some of my videos, and it saved me a lot of times. I found that it's one of my go-to tools to get stuff done quickly. I do not advocate using a grinder without a guide on it, but I've been using it for 20 years. I grown accustomed to using it. I like the deep 6-inch blades I put on there. I have reasons, because sometimes I need the depth to get in. I'm in a tight spot and I got to get through a certain thing, and sometimes them small blades just don't do it. Sometimes you have to go around both sides of the pipe if it's a big pipe to cut it, and those bigger blades really help me. If you're going to be cutting copper with it, it will leave a burr. It won't vibrate the copper. It'll cut it clean, nice clean cut, and you'll just have to address, it'll leave a little burr on the inside. You have to take that out with a little wire brush, and maybe on the outside hit it with a sandpaper to get the burr off. But it definitely has its purpose. I use it a lot, like on basket strainers on sinks. Sometimes there's white metal nuts and they'll get corroded on there, and you can't back them off. And you have to cut them off, and that thing's perfect. I've had kitchen sink faucets I couldn't get off. No matter what I did, I couldn't get the nuts off. The whole thing would spin inside from underneath, and I had to grind the whole faucet off the stainless steel sink. I've done that quite a few times. That thing saved me. Saved me a bunch of time. White metal nuts underneath kitchen sink faucets, or lab faucets, and you just can't get them off. They're corroded because it's been leaking for so long. I get right in there with that grinder and cut that right off and get the faucet off of there. Cast iron pipe. The old cast iron pipe that's wimpy and thin. You use a cutter on it, it'll crush it. That cast iron pipe will cut right through. That grinder will cut right through it. The only thing with cutting through a pipe like that is it'll leave a lot of splatter because it's a blade, You have to be careful about that. But I go over the grinder I use, the type of blades. They're very safe. They have fiber on the inside, so they ain't going to be spitting the pieces out at you. And I just wanted to do a shout out to my subs, all the guys that leave comments on my videos and thumbs up. I do really appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work to do the videos. I've been trying to do one video a day, upload one video a day. I got plenty of work, so I got plenty of material to film. I want to thank you guys. I do appreciate the camaraderie and the back and forth on the comments and the support I get. I really appreciate it. I do have some trolls that come through once in a while, trying to tell me I should do this a certain way, I should do that a certain way. I don't know what I'm doing, and I guess that's all part of it. It's part of being on the internet and putting yourself out there. But it is what it is. Some guys say I can't spell and this and that. My spelling's not the greatest. I'll give you that. It was never a big forte. I was better at math and working with my hands. I'm not gonna be an English teacher, because I'd probably strangle half you little bastards. But anyway, hey guys, all kidding aside, don't take them in the wrong way. I just like to joke around sometimes. Life's too short, man. You gotta have a sense of humor, because you're here today and gone tomorrow. So, hopefully don't take me the wrong way. And a lot of times I'll say stuff jokingly, and I don't mean no harm by it. It's just, I guess it's just my personality. I'm a little rough around the edges, they say. But that's just me. So I just bring myself. I'm trying not to be a phony. I just try to bring, the way I am. So you guys get to know who I am. Well, appreciate you watching, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, just wanted to do a video on my grinder. I've been getting a lot of requests on this grinder. What I use, it's basically just a little Bosch grinder. This thing will stay locked on if you want it to. Does it? No. This one don't. You have to hold it in there. There's the little release. You push that down to unlock the blade. There's a special key for that, but I usually use pump pliers, my Douglas pump pliers. Basically, it's a 4.5 inch grinder. Now, I took the guard off of mine. I don't recommend anybody do that, but I have. This is basically the blade that comes with it. And the blades that I use, these are the blades I use. They're cut-off wheels. They're 6 inch. They're 4 metal. Okay, I get these at the Welding Supply store. Now, they're very strong. Even if you break them, there's fibers on the inside. They won't come flying off at you. They're real thin. Super thin. This thing will cut through anything. The reason why I go with the bigger one is sometimes I need the depth. Like cutting through 2-inch pipe or something, I'll need that extra depth. That's why I run them. I do. Here's one that I stepped on when it was on the floor. You can see the fibers on the inside. It's pretty strong. Even though you break it, the shit's not going to come flying off at you because of those fibers on there. You have to get a good blade. I stepped on this one on the floor. And that's the only problem with this. Or if it's inside my cabinet and I put tools on it, they'll break if you push on them laterally. They're only designed, you know, for cutting. They're designed for cutting metal and stuff like that. They're very good. I buy them by the boxes. I think there's like 25 in a box. I go through a lot of these. Well, that's the deal. I'm putting another one on here anyway. You can go on either way. You can go on that way or this way. See, it's got that little collar on the inside to lock that locks it in. I'm going to put this on, and there's that button that you push. You push this button and that'll lock it, and you can tighten it up. Push that button in. There it goes. Alright, it's tight now. But you know, when you're holding this thing, I usually hold it like this. I hold it good with 2 hands. I grab a hand like this, and grab a hand, then I operate it this way. And I'll make sure if I'm going to do a cut on it, the cut's going in this way. If you do it a certain way, it'll want to buck at you. You have to cut it one way. You'll see when you're grinding it, it'll go smooth. If you try to come in from this side, when it's spinning and it's bucking, you don't want to do that. But if you're going to use something like this, you guys have to be extremely careful. Like I said, I don't recommend anybody uses it without a guard on it. But that's what I do. You know? I haven't got hurt with it yet, thank God, but I've been using it now like that for 20 years. I use it, might save me a lot of times. Cut out old faucets that won't come out and all kinds of stuff. But I'm only posting this video because I get a lot of requests, a lot of guys asking me questions, and there it is right there. That's the blade. That's the blade I use. And that's what you should be running. That's 4.5 inch. So you can see the difference. You get a little bit extra out of it. You can't cut with this blade. It's too wide. Can't cut with it. They make blades like this, cut-off blades, that you can put and leave your guard on there. Thin ones. Just make sure it's got a good fiber on it like that. Because I have heard of, you know, guys getting whipped in the face with stuff. Never once has any one of these broke. Even when they were broken, they never flipped out at me. Because you can see how it's... See how there's a membrane on the inside there? These are safe blades. I bought these at the Welding Supply store. They're designed, they're cut-off wheels for metal. That's what they're made for. So they're pretty strong. Alright guys, hope that answered the question. I get a lot of requests asking me questions about my grinder, and there it is. Don't forget guys, wear gloves. Keep your hands, you want to have dishpan hands for your ladies. Alright, have a good one.